Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. In this week's tutorial, I'm going to be talking about message pattern merge tags. So I just call them merge tags in Divi. For the contact form, they call them message pattern. I'm not sure why. We'll talk about that. But I want to show you how you can use these in 4 different areas: in the admin email, a confirmation email, in the subject line, and the success message. Let's take a look. So I have everything written up here in a blog post. You can check that out. So first of all, what are we talking about with merge tags? Variable merge tags. I might use different terminology. Now, like I said, Elegant Themes uses what I think is a little bit odd terminology in the contact form. They say message pattern right here. So when I'm in email, we have email address and then just message pattern. And then it gives this explanation about using, the field ID wrapped in these percentage signs. So the field ID, for example, is like this here, field _7, or just name field ID, right? So you wrap it in these percentage signs, and it's telling you about that. Yeah, it's just the message area. They're kind of confusing with the merge tags. So anyway, with our plugin, the Divi Contact Form helper, which has over 100 premium features, we really upgrade these merge tags. For one thing, we add them to the success message. We add rich text formatting option to that as well. We add them to the subject line for the admin email. We also add a confirmation email. You can use them in the body area or in the subject line of either of those. So there's a lot of things. And plus we also add like custom merge tags. In fact, I talk about all that here. You can see the list on our website. Basically things like you could have a form number, like an entry number that could be used like a ticket number. You could put the form title, the form ID. You could put the site name, the site URL, the page title, the page name, the page URL, the referrer URL, the submitter name, and all this if they're logged in, IP address, all that kind of stuff. The date it was submitted, the time it was submitted, and even URL parameters. So you can do all these things, plus you can put them into things like the admin email message and subject lines and all that. Okay, so that's just a quick overview, but the point is, in the normal Divi Contact Form helper, you only really have them in the message that goes to the admin. That's fine if that's what you need. You can just put like label, like you could say like name like this, and then say name. Whoops, I need 2 percentage signs. So you wrap the field ID in 2 percentage signs like that, and I could say message and then do it again if that is the field ID. And then when I receive that, this obviously will have the actual data that the person fills in. So that's how they work. That's the basics of how they work. But there's other things that you kind of need that you don't have by default. So that's where our plugin comes in. I'm going to activate our plugin. I'll just refresh here now that the plugin is activated. You'll see a lot of things change inside the module when the Divi Contact Form helper is active. So first of all, now we have like clear labels like admin email instead of just email. We have the admin email message, and we're going to have things like the admin email subject line, and you can use merge tags in both of those. We also have the confirmation email, and again, that's if you want to send it. You could put the subject line, and of course the after submission behavior, the success message. You can put them in here as well. So all these things are added with the plugin, including all the custom merge tags. Yeah, you want to say whatever you want to say. I recommend, highly recommend actually, using this. It's all fields merge tag. So the reason I say that, when you have the admin email message or the confirmation email message, you would have to normally type in each one. So like I was doing here before, I would have to manually type in like name equals and then percentage like this. And the thing is, when you do this, sometimes you have fields that based on conditional logic, it may not be included in the form. if you had a select option or you had a radio button, then you have multiple other options based on the logic, you will actually end up with like things like, if I had label whatever it was, it'll end up being, blank. It'll end up looking weird. So the reason that I recommend this new one, Divi Contact Form helper _ all fields, that will automatically only put in the fields that are filled in, and it will also include the label automatically. So whatever label you have right here, the label name right there, that will be automatically included. And you can use this to include all the fields. And you could even do it in the confirmation email. You could say something like, thanks for submitting the form. Thanks for the message. Here is the information you shared, and then like do that, and it's literally going to just list all the things they shared. So that's pretty cool. And then you could do it in the success message. Where's that at? Right here. Like you could do it in here, but I don't know that it would be necessary. You could. What I like to do, if you check out this other link here I have, you can kind of see it even in the screenshot. So I say thank you and then name. So I'm like personalizing the success message. This is probably one of my favorite use cases for this, because look, then I say we received your message about, and then I have this particular field ID. Like let's say I had a subject line, and I will reply to your email address as soon as possible. So look, when you actually read it, thank you, Nelson. We received your message about web design, and we'll reply to your Nelson@PA Creative email address as soon as possible. So it just personalizes that. I really like that. That's a cool way to do it. And then we get to like subject lines. And here, if you're using Divi, you already know that the inboxes like Gmail and whatever, they're going to just stack your messages. I think what does it say? New message from, does it say your site name? I forget. It's been so long since I didn't use our plugin that I forget. But I know it puts them all in one thread because the subject line is the same. So, Gmail, for example, your inbox is going to read them all as the same. Well, what you can do with merge tags is make them unique, right? So here you can see in this screenshot, new message from name about subject. Well, right there, obviously each one of those is going to have a different name and a different subject. So they're always going to appear in your inbox as separate messages. So there, problem solved. Number one, that problem was solved, but also number two is just how nice it is to like have their name in the subject line. You can also do the similar thing to the confirmation email. And what I like about that is if you are using like the entry number as a ticket number, you can say something like your ticket entry number is received. We'll get back to you soon. So it's like, or your message about subject line, is received, something like that. It basically personalizes everything. So that's kind of the point of these merge tags, is to personalize everything about the subject line, the content, and the success message. So it's a subject that I wanted to cover and I'm excited about because it is a little confusing calling it merge tags and message patterns and all that and variables. They all mean the same thing, but I think merge tags, I think that's kind of what like MailChimp and ActiveCampaign and all those use. So it's kind of like more of an industry standard. Variables is sometimes used. I don't think I've ever seen message pattern used. Kind of an odd term. But anyway, wanted to cover that because sometimes it is confusing. And also I wanted to highlight all these benefits. All right, if you enjoyed that, obviously check out the plugin and you can join our membership where you get all of our plugins. And of course, subscribe for our weekly tutorials here on YouTube. All right, we'll see you all in the next video.